Hello everybody, my name is Fods and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing a game called 60 Seconds. So, I play this a tiny bit, I thought, you know what, why not? Why not just record a video off of it? So we're going to start off in the new game. We got to start the apocalypse. Try Little Boy. I don't want to do Sour Bomba yet, because it's supposed to be really hard. Fat Man, I'm guessing, is medium. Little Boy's low. But if I get better at the game, we'll go farther. Alright. Bad smell, toxic fog. Just put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life. Alright, so I think I get 20 seconds to look around the house. And then once the 20 seconds is up, I have to grab as much as I can and run into a bomb shelter. Oh my god, I'm doing bad. I'm gonna die. Alright. Honestly, we're probably gonna run out of water. I bet you so. We're gonna quickly grab some more water. Oh, did I not make it? Oh no. Well, I guess I didn't make it. So. Oh. Well, I perished. That's really bad. Alright. Let's try it again. Yeah, so, anyways, came across this game. I thought it was pretty cool, so. Try Little Boy again. Alright, so let me look around the house. Gas mask is low. I heard that the daughter's really OP because she turns into a mutant or something like that. Right. Hope I'm completely going wrong. Oh yeah, we're not gonna make it long. Yeah, I can't get anything else. Alright. Yeah, so it's kind of like, this game's more of a choose your own adventure thing. I believe that's how it is. Alright, day one. All of us have made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it all work down here. We'll remember carrying canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stacked it better anyway. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from the cans. We'll sleep on the cans. We'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means that we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best well-stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Tender ration. So if it says like red, like thirsty or hungry, then we give it to it. But since everyone's fine, nobody gets anything. What would give to be able to enjoy the sun? What we can't say there's a lot of things. There's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. Oh, sorry. Day 2. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. There's nothing going on with Ted, nothing new anyway. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is that. Oh my God, I cannot read today. Timmy is doing good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Time to ration supplies. All of them are good. Mary Jane insists that she doesn't feel complete without her musical instrument. If she hit it well, maybe her tuba is still safe somewhere in the ruins of her house. A reminder of her hobbies and what life used to be might cheer her up. A bit. Oh my God. It might cheer her up a bit, and make the situation easier for her. Should we let her go around? Yeah, let's allow her to go look around. Mary Jane got very excited when we agreed to let her look for her tuba. She said that if she can't find the instrument, she'll settle for anything else she can find, like some sheet music. We sure hope the tuba didn't make it. We're pretty sure we prefer radio static or even the sweet sound of silence. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. If Ted doesn't drink anything soon, he won't last long. There's one thing. So they're both thirsty. Yes, all of them are thirsty. 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 This dreadful silence is becoming boring, and like every happy model family, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we could do about that? Anything at all? Well, if I had a radio, maybe. You're knocking at the door, maybe. There's nothing here. Maybe, if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Ted isn't hungry. Ted isn't thirsty. Ted is really tired. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Ration supplies. Tired. Mary Jane is fine. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of galloping horse with a pair of coconut rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride a horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to see the magical cup. Holy shit, this is Monty Python. If any of you guys don't know, I'm a big Monty Python guy. I love Monty Python and the Holy Grail. To seek the magical cup. Only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Yeah, sure. Let's let them have it. They seemed friendly, though, so we let them look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. Ooh, we got a deck of cards. Ned is still tired but needs a few days of rest is what he needs. Tired, thirsty. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted is mighty tired, needs more time to recover his strength. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the back, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably go check that hole out and make sure that and see what the source of the smell is. Yeah, we gotta see what it is. It could be bad. We looked into the hole, fearing that something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts. But nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling that we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that so much. We felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least, it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided to put something to it, or, more bluntly, either him or us. You know, it's gotta be us. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of these nasty little holes. Ted is still tired, needs a few days of rest, is what he needs. We decided to peek outside just for a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness. A pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had a few minutes to decide what to do. Use a flashlight to see what it is. We decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door and we let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it will come back later. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If we only had the chance to tune in to some emergency broadcasts and learn a thing or two. Well, if we had a radio, that'd be nice. Day 10. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without a clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety, instead of giving ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come and rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make the contact with the military. Oh, I'm tired, shoot. If there's one thing we need to do, it is to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. I feel like Mary Jane should come back soon. It's been like, I don't even know. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup, they're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. It's time to wage war on these spiders. Nah. Oh, Mary Jane is back. So I heard that if Mary Jane gets bitten by the spider, she can like turn it, yeah, she could turn into a mutant or something like that. We decided that we could get those. We could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever body parts we could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. Nothing made us happier than seeing the sight of Mary Jane return to the surface from the shelter. During our expedition, we stumbled upon the ruins of a familiar building, the local bank. Although a place like that might be an ideal source for useful supplies, we decided to go anyway. You'll never know what you could find, except for bags of cash, obviously. It looks like the bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with saws hidden in teddy bears. Who does that? Anyways, we could see that they wanted to rob it so badly that the place was filled with tomato soup cans. How did it end up here? Maybe the mail delivered it to the bank instead of a food bank. We found a shopping bag on the floor next to the counters. It contained a couple rotten bananas, hand cream, and a pair of bunny slippers, and some bottled water. Tempting as all these treasures may have been, we limited ourselves by taking the water. Damn it! Our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street. We couldn't get a good enough look at it. Maybe the future expeditions will prove it more fruitful. That was a lot of reading. Thirsty. No one can go outside. We're a regular family, so we had the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other, so let's just hope this doesn't last for too long. Is there a ringing? We're done fighting, but for how long? We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet, here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? I think Ted should. We answered the phone. We could clearly hear a gasp of relief on the other side of the caller. They introduced themselves as the survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have had gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. No one's going outside today. Barking at our doorstep could only mean one thing. Our dog friend is back. Not caring for the hazards of the wasteland, we rushed to open it, and there he was. The poor thing seems to be tired and starving. Should we share some of food with him? Yeah, sure. He's a dog. We have also, plenty of enough food for, 10 more days. The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff was good. We decided the dog needed a name, and the right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. Who's a good boy? Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone the next morning. We can bet that he will be back. We can barely breathe in this damned shelter. For the last couple of hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. The There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look at fixing it right away. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight into a hive of mutilated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive was gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. Taking Mary Jane out there. Let's give her the axe. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. I already read that. Day 18. If there's one thing we need to do it's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency broadcast. Already got that. Thirsty. Timmy's not doing great. It would be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Yeah, let's talk to him. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. What the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the goddamn walls? They're driving us crazy. Is something crawling in the air vents? Relax, take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. Let's play some checkers. Having some fun made us forget about what was it again? We had some spare ammunition, but now it's gone. We don't know how or when, but it must have been misplaced. We need to find it, and soon. Let's use your flashlight. Found it. The ammunition clips were covered by a can. Too bad it was empty, but at least our bullets are back. Dolores has no colors left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. I think she's... I don't think Dolores is going to last any longer. When we heard barking, we were all at the door in a moment's notice. This time we were right. It was Pancake. He had come back, but wasn't willing to enter. Instead, he seemed very anxious to lead us somewhere. Should we grab any gear before we head out? Yeah, let's bring the map. Maybe it's Mary Jane in trouble. A well-prepared hiker always takes a map. That's what we always say. Thanks to our trusty atlas, we were able to take a look from a devastation of our town and get back home. Or rather, our shelter. Just in time for dinner. Pancake tagged along for a while, but left before we got to the bunker. Before we got back, we were able to take a good detour and get some cans locked in a car. Good thing we did some reading about car mechanics in that scout book handbook. We found an unsigned letter today. The stranger asked for our help. Apparently, there are a few survivors in our grave need of supplies, and we have a chance to help them. They're saying that we won't regret it, and will make several people very, very happy. Should we do it? Yeah, we have excess soup. The authors of the note turned out to be twin siblings, a brother and a sister. They greeted us happily, took us to a small tent where they started handing out the supplies we brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them, we were people of all ages, including children, the elderly, and even a mime. The siblings took our hands and proclaimed the beginning of a new friendship. They promised to contact us soon. A sleazy looking trader A sleazy looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one time deal. Just for one can of soup, we can get whatever is in his bag and all of its contents. Let's do it. Oh, did we get a cat? I heard a meow. Oh, damn. Damn. We got a cat, but Dolores is dead. Oh well. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake amid screeching and hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls, and when the beast finally escaped, it turned out to just be an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down on the corner to clean itself. The collar says Sharkov? I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that its name? Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days, but it's been too long. Oh, shit, she's dead. She's dead. I don't think I want to make it much longer. You know, everyone gets food today. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that means you're either a Nazi or a commie. We're good citizens. If we've been paying our taxes regularly, we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except for that one time. Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any signs of them. Fatigued. Let's give him our map so it doesn't get lost. Can't believe Mary Jane died. I swear, if he's the last one standing. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed in a ragged camo clothing. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she hailed us in a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter tracking a big mutated spider. She ran out of ammo and told us that if we were to help us, she would pay us back in a while. Yeah, let's give her it. We don't need ammunition. Hopefully. Oh, fuck, how is he sick? We agreed, mostly because we're kind of curious what she's planning to do with that spider when she catches it. She doesn't want to say, maybe one day we'll find out. Ted seems to develop an allergy to our furry guest. He's been coughing and sneezing all night long. We should try to give him some medication. Well, he's gonna die. There you go, yeah, while trying to pet our devil, we found a piece of paper. Yeah, let's go to it, you know, 'cause we're kind of like, we're probably not going to live this. Before we reached the end of the street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up. They're saying they've been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly, Sharkov belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? The good thing is that we didn't get too attached to it in the last 2 days. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Ted is no longer thirsty. The trash can becoming full of empty soup cans and the unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely going, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches aren't that big before the war. Were they? That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. Door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called an Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies, saying that he'll review some state secrets to us when he returns. Oh my god, Timmy returned. Please say you. Nope, he didn't bring medicine, of course. We were generous, so we shared our supplies to him. He tried to make us believe that America was working on a space station in orbit. Or rather had, according to that guy. It exploded when the bombs dropped. How convenient. A working space station? What a joke. He was probably so hungry and dehydrated that his brain was playing tricks on him. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back now. The government is dropping supplies for survivors in the area. They're marked by smoke flares and can easily be seen, but most of them are barely reachable. Despite that, a lot were already ransacked by scavengers. How did they do that? We forced one of the boxes open and found an impressive collection of stinky cheese and gas masks. We discovered that eating the cheese with a gas mask on your face is not the ideal. Since we value our lives and our noses, we decided to take the mask and leave the cheese behind. A bunch of folks were having a gunfight over several crates of dropped supplies. One group emerged victorious and chased off their opponents. One of the guns from the fight was left behind. Our neighbors from the nether shelter gave us a radio. They said they found it in one of the dropped crates, but they already had a working radio. The vehicle down in the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar, but who could that owner be? We kept our distance for the time being. We may want to take a closer look in the future. That could be potentially our ticket out of there. I'm gonna run out of water. Hey, guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. But we've got a bunch of mushrooms glowing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. Should we prepare a mushroom feast today? Yeah, let's eat it. Sounds yummy. Is the cat back? How is the cat back? We learned something today. Tomato soup is our best friend, and mushrooms aren't. Yuck. To our surprise, we found Sharklove back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. It is our good care it appreciates. Our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans. Only time will tell. Fatigued. Bro, poor Timmy. Oh my god. Fatigued, hungry, sick, tired, thirsty. we're officially out of water, so if he doesn't come back. A friendly group of survivors we met not long ago popped into today with a request. The group is planning to have a small settlement for themselves, but a lot were injured in a recent fight against the bandits. They need everybody up and running in order to work quickly and efficiently. They're asking for some medical supplies that they could tend to their injured. Well, I would, but I don't have any. We love to help them. We love to help them and further strengthen our friendship, but we couldn't give them what we wanted. Our friends were a bit disappointed, but they said they would keep looking, and if they don't do anything about Timmy's sickness, it might get worse. He's sick and hungry. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sherclaw found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell into our table, chopped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. This cat might get angry if we take away the wire. So maybe it's best to leave it, or should we examine the wire? Let's examine it. Oh, Ted came back. Oh, shit, he didn't come back. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, trying to buy an array of blinking bulbs and some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows he can't have picnics here, and the car has no wheels. Hold on, there's a group of people outside and they don't seem too friendly. We recognize some of them. They used to be in our neighborhood watch. They don't sound too concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore, but they are very serious, angrily waving their heavy flashlights. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. Let's use a rifle. Bro, Timmy using the rifle. That's not surprised that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens whenever the rifle malfunctions? If we used all our ammo. We hope it wouldn't come to that. Otherwise, we might defend ourselves using knives and forks. Oh, damn it, we spoke too soon. We think the gun is broken. What do we do now? During one of its insane episodes around 3 last night, Sherkov ran face first into the wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. Behind it was a cigar box with ammunition inside. Thanks to whoever left it there. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. Yeah, let's listen to some radio. Yeah, I don't think Ted's coming back. We knew it. The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give us the exact dates on their radio transmission, but they were sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said that they will be in touch in a couple of days, and told us to wait for further instructions. The agents who are spying on us now at the door want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Yeah, let's hear them out. They were real agents, real live secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us. They were It was a cat they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid with them in some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promised they would extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. The weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick, covered with some mysterious sauce. These snacks looked pretty disgusting, so we turned them down. But we did buy something else from them. He looked a bit disappointed. Whoever designed this fallout shelter was a genius, but we can't really tell if that green stuff dripping from the pipe is an included feature. We should probably try to do something about it with whatever we brought down here. It's a scout handbook. Oh, let's go, Ted. Came back. Oh, and he came back with water and medic supplies. Ha, problem solved. No leaks, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside. Even food different than tomato soup, a real treat in these post-apocalyptic times. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made us stop right in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, completely crashing into the store. After destroying it completely, after the dust settled, we realized what we were looking at. A spaceship. It wasn't in Timmy's comics. It could be the Saucermen from Mars. But why does it bear an American flag on the side? And the logo of something called an Astro Citizen? Could this be infiltration? Crafty little alien buggers. Under a bunch of metal space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. The bear will look disappointed. We ended up turning him around, and we cannot handle his judgmental button eyes. We found a bunch of items stuffed into a big sock. Not sure how we made it through the crash. But it somehow succeeded at protecting the supplies inside. We were tempted to take a bunch of jewelry that was rolling around in the debris, but what would we do with it? Instead, we adapted some things that survived thanks to being stuck in the empty space helmet. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Trader alert. Timmy's savage comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen program astronauts, but cosmonauts. That boy is eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. We should banish Timmy to the wasteland for his treacherous ways and dispose of those blasphemous comics. I really want to say yes, but also, I also want to survive, so I'm going to say no. We graciously allowed Timmy to stay in the shelter despite his actions. We believe in the power of rehabilitation and second chances. Also, we're running out of toilet paper, and these propaganda books will do nicely. Day 41. I'm doing good at this. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Dig time. Oh, my bad. We could use some extra supplies. The last time we went on a supply run, we noticed a damaged tank stuck in the rubble nearby. How about we send someone to investigate? Let's send Ted. He's the only person allowed out because everyone else is dead except for Timmy. He's out in the wasteland. Hopefully not dead. Looks like army rations also consist mostly of canned tomato soup and bottled water. Unless someone else left these supplies in the wrecked tank. Ooh, I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock right now. The twins kept their promise and came us to visit again. The issue is simple. They need meds badly. They started building their own camp, but some of the workers were ambushed by a bunch of raiders. And now they're in no shape to work. They need medication and bandages to take care of their people. I can't do it. I'm sorry. What's in it for us? At first, aid kit's a real treasure. In these days, it's a rarity to find. We can't just give our most valuable supplies away, even if it's to our friends. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. We peeked out this morning. We saw a leather suitcase that it has no address on it. We're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Yeah, let's open it. Swear if it gets us sick. No, good. I don't see anything. We gladly accepted the sudden gift, despite our suspicions. It turned out it was just a regular can of tomato soup that we know and love. Thank you, kind stranger. We finally got a good look at the vehicle down the street. An ice cream truck, no wheels, but it was reinforced with metal grills. But we were the weapons. Where were the weapons? What kind of vehicle needs a weapon? Let's get out with some equipment and find something fitting. Looking at the map gave us an idea. We visited a centuries-old battlefield on the outskirts of town and pushed an antique cannon all the way back to the vehicle we found. The map somehow got torn up in the process, but our project truly looked majestic. Our trip was very tiring and resulted in some injuries. There are some few experiences and more horrifying than having a cannon dropped on one's foot. The army is on the radio again. They said they'll be scouting the neighborhood, and we need to find clear signs of survivors that are still alive. We were asked to leave a few cards at the nearest bus stop to mark how many people occupied the shelter. We should get going if we want to make it before nightfall. The cards were in place. All we need to do is wait for the army to pinpoint our location. That shouldn't take too long, we hope. What was that? Did radio static just stop for a moment? Let's try turning in on that signal. Oh, let's go. Timmy return. Please tell me his first aid kit. Yes! He has a first aid kit. Let's go. We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He was well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier to survive the next expedition. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. After a bit of scouting, we arrived at the city hall. Half of it was still standing, the other half was turned into a gaping hole in the ground. We went into the ruins hoping to find something useful. One of the surviving units was a small maintenance closet. The only thing was a bucket full of water with a mop standing in it. We managed to fill some bottles with the contents of that bucket. It does look a bit funny. We hope it doesn't taste like soap or something worse. We found the mayor sitting in his office on top of the floor. He had a fully stocked first aid kit on his desk. Apparently, it was a bit of a he was a bit of a health freak. All of his medication had seemed to have done nothing for him, though. Now he looks rather burnt, with a hint of crisp and skeletal. The archives of the basement was relatively undamaged, but the room was in total chaos. Acts of documents were laying around, in huge piles between them. We found a map of our town. We couldn't resist taking it into one of our friend's documents. It turns out she's way older than she claimed to be. That lying old bat. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be we should be more careful next time. Let's have the first aid kit. Hungry. No. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocking at the door on our hatch. It's not something that we anticipated, yet this is exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they were the merry men and wished to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so maybe we could make some new friends. Should we let them in? Nah. They're gonna take what we have. I know it. We didn't answer those particular calls, and they kept knocking on the door until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure what we want. Exactly sure we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless though, but harmless people can be trusted in troubled times. They might be worse than all those who don't seem harmless at all. A high-tech setup involving paper, cups, and yards of string. The agents rang in with our next top-secret mission. This will surely land us into the VIP bunker very soon. They will want us to go on one successful expedition to write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Let's send out him. This should be easy. Because if he dies, I still won't die. Because you have to have the parents alive. You have to at least have one adult life. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do if he doesn't come back. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. We could really use some more supplies. We counted them all today, and the numbers did not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know there's teachers. We don't need it. Because it's not the right thing to do. But if I wasn't low on water, maybe. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We're not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values even in these troubled times. Especially at these troubled times. Let's set a shining example and leave these poor people alone. You wouldn't expect the post-apocalyptic to be a time of peace and quiet, you know? Most people aren't around anymore, yet you still have someone at the door. When we opened it, we encountered a strange man in a blue jump strip, asking if we wanted to trade him a water chip. A water chip? When the hell is that? Let's trade it. We have excess water. A visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip, or we didn't know what one was. He did help himself to the water we offered him. He explained that the chips was the utmost importance. Before we learned anything more, he left for the wasteland. It might be safe inside these walls, but these are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible, otherwise we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger, like Saucer's men on from Mars. Oh my god, Timmy came back. Bravery, bravery ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two sleep. No luck. We were even more tired than what we were. And there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yoni will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. That recon recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighbors that were dicey, even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs. All of them were armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive. The agents seemed to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are exactly worth it. Our bucket was about due for an upgrade, and we were expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Friendly group of survivors we met not so long ago. They already asked for that. But if I had a medical kit, I would give it to them. But I don't. If I had a medical kit and nobody in here was injured. Oh. The wasteland is full of surprises, like this man on the other side of the door, knocking and claiming that he is willing to offer a lot of decent ammunition. For decent ammunition. Should we trade? Let's please, because hopefully it's good. Well, would it be good? 1 can of soup. Our visitor was happy to get some ammunition in return. He offers us rations. It wasn't much, but something is always better than nothing. We got a little scared today when all of a sudden our map just fell out of the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but maybe we could probably crack it. Well, we have all the time in the world to do it. Shouldn't we try? Yeah, I'll give you guys something to do. We're still not certain how the map fell down. If some ghost is playing tricks on us, it's a friendly one. Sadly safe, we found some useful items, so we got the ghost. The curiosity of not calling in exorcist. The army isn't coming yet. Not yet anyway. That's today's radio news. Instead of they have been broadcasting a request for all citizens to cutting down trees in the nearby park. We don't know if some fancy general needs it for his fireplace, or they suggested that, or no evacuation. The choice is pretty obvious to us. We're not lumberjacks, and we're not topping in that park. Maybe another time. Clearly, we're trustworthy after the last successful mission. The agents came back with another request. We were generously provide either a couple cans of soup or some water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and promise for a better future in the safe government shelter. Yeah, sure. Why not trust the government? We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. Our favorite radio station has stopped broadcasting. We tried other frequencies, we found nothing but static. Are all the stations gone? Maybe we should try to tinker with our radio. Nope, we're not tinkering with the radio. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, damn it, he went crazy. He's crazy now. We're sure that we are experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be fine. Thirsty. Yeah, Timmy's gonna die soon, I betcha. Yeah, Timmy's dead. We were able to tune into some survivalist lady that's hoping to Let's Use program. She was evaluating a rifle she obtained before the bombs fell. It turned out to be a similar one to ours, and with her tips we were able to repair it. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. We couldn't do anything about Timmy's wounds. They got worse and worse until eventually he fed up and left. That's all that remains of him in the note, explaining that we are lousy parents and that he'll be back when he becomes the warlord of the wasteland. Breathe calmly. 1, 2, 3. That's better. Don't panic. Don't panic. We need to open up the door. No, we're not gonna open up the door. We don't want to die. Stay 60. Keeping the door closed was the right thing to do. But tensions keep rising in our tiny little shelter. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Our sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a rapsky voice coming outside saying, "Want to buy a rock?" Belonged to an old man, Jim. He used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We could probably answer his question. It's impolite to keep people waiting like that. Oh my god, he's really crazy. We opened the door and greeted the old man with a smile. He was eager to show us his bag filled with rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free. For old time's sake, we agreed and carefully chose the best looking rock. And the men left. We can't complain. It's a good rock. Also, he claims it to bring us luck. We'll see about that. We woke up at the sound of banging on the door. Someone has been at it like there's no tomorrow. In a manner of speaking, that might be true. Shall we open it? No, we're not opening up that. We're not opening up the door, but who knows what's going on the other side. Better safe than sorry, especially now that we're so close to getting out of this mess in one piece. Let's hope the military gets here soon. Let's hope he returns. Did he return? The end. Ted left for the surface, but we'll hope he soon gets down. No. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he gets soon. We hope he'll be back soon. Ted has been outside for far too long, and he still has not returned. We fear he isn't coming back. We didn't make it. These are our final words, and advice to anyone who reads this. Obscured writing. We held out for 67 days. Damn. I can't believe we lost. I think we're super close to getting out of there. Achievements. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. You know, if you guys want to watch me play videos or longer form content like this, just please let me know. If you guys like watching these type, you know, I like doing these videos. These are a lot more fun for me. I like just recording video games and just like, you know, just sharing my hobby with you guys. Alright, well, we'll catch you on the next video.